Good morning. It's Tuesday the 29th of December and I'm heading for a wee dander up the road here, the Middle Braniel Road. This is the view out our front. This is where I watch the buzzards and anything else. I've watched pheasants in here as well. And there's Peter heading off up the road, the postman. Just across over here is where Con O'Neill had his grey fort, and I've done a video on that. Just up there on Church Road, and in there is where Con O'Neill had his inauguration site, and I've stumbled through the brambles and low brush to bring you that video as well. Con O'Neill, Clandy boy, and last Gaelic lord of Clandyboy, owned extensive lands round here and lost them all, and had a sort of ignominious type run down to his death. He was ripped off by English lords and all the rest of it. Quite a sad end to his reign. Conswatter, of course, and the River Con named after him. So I'm going to dander up the road here to the electric station viewpoint, where I have done many videos. And my friend Greg from Iowa, I did another wee video on Christmas Day, a wee walk out, and he said it would look well in the sunshine. So we've got a bit of sunshine this morning, although the temperature is still quite low. It's probably about 4 degrees. And the snow that was on the Cave Hill in front of me to the left is largely gone. There's a wee drop of snow still up at Divis, and I'll get to the a hole in the hedge and stop so that you can see that. So this is the Middle Braniel Road. These trees here are where the buzzard sits, and these telegraph poles sits on those as well. And I wonder will I see him this morning. I very much doubt it, although he could be spiralling up. Yeah, here's a gap in the hedge to show you Divis. Divis is Divis and Black Mountain. You know, they're an absolute hidden gem. They're one of the best walking trails, set of trails in the whole of Northern Ireland, because the Black Mountain Trail, you know, it's reasonably flat, it's accessible, it's boardwalked. You know, they've got a boardwalk down for you for most of the way around. So the views are, you know, second to none. And why this isn't exploited more by our tourist industry, you know, I'll never know. so few people in Belfast actually venture up to see what Divis is all about and see the views, some spectacular views. And they go away off to places like you know, Italy, and then they come back and rave about the great views and all the rest of it. And they've got views on their own doorstep and they don't even know about them. Ever increasing or ever encroaching houses. These are new builds and they're going back and back and back into the countryside. But people have to live. A wee bit of a plantation over here where the buzzard probably roosts, and this is the radar station. You see ravens up here as well. You hear them along with the buzzards. I don't know whether these are 5G installations or not. I have no idea. So mostly grazing up round here, and it's become a very, very popular walking point for folks. Or walking road, but it's a very dangerous road actually. Cars speed along this road. Wee bit of residual frost there on the road. And this is where people, nasty people, dump bags of rubbish. You know, the laziness of them. Just don't understand people doing that. Glad to see that it's relatively free of rubbish. In fact, it is. I've seen motors and heard motors doing handbrake turns and all the rest of it up this road, and you know, driving 50-60 miles per hour around these wee twisties. Real stupid. Yeah. Young fellas larking about. Yeah, place is opening up now, the higher I go. And I should have put my gloves on. There's a big quarry in there, and below the installation, the electrical installations there. I'd be quite lost without electricity, I have to say, like. So you get these sort of blots on the landscape, so you've got to live with that. If you want your electrical, you want your mobile phone and your TV stations. You can see by the ruts, if you drive in there with a tractor, that's what they're going to create. The place, the fields are sodden, absolutely sodden. You're looking away over to Lisburn there, through that gap. These are the briars that I cut down with a pair of secateurs a few months ago. And they get worse as you're coming up by the hedges. So if you're a cyclist, and there's a lot of cyclists use this for training because it's quite hilly. If you're a cyclist, you need to be very wary of what you're going to meet as you're cycling along. One of these boys wipes you in the face and you'll know about it. Those marks in the road were caused by a digger scraping snow from this road about 12 years ago, whenever the big snow came, and there was snow right up to the tops of the hedgerows. And if you meet a lorry like that and you're going fast, you're in trouble on this road. But you don't drive fast, you know, only an idiot drives fast on these wee back roads like this. And you're probably sitting watching this and saying, oh, look at that view, isn't that wonderful? And it is wonderful. And this is only a few hundred yards from our house. It's a super view. It's one of the best views over Belfast. But there's disadvantages of living up here. In winter it can get very icy. And we've had a mild winter so far. And if you get a drop of snow on here, you're stuck. And again, even throughout the year, it's extremely windy. And, you know, the wind chill factor, you walk out your back door up round here and you're blown to bits. And the wind chill factor, you know, makes it extremely cold. But here's the panoramic view that you have on the Middle Braniel Road. And I have videoed this many times. I'm looking out over the Braniel estate with the high rises there, and I'm looking down to Belfast port and docks with Samson, the big cranes, Samson and Goliath. And this is Belfast Lock, and I'm panning round. There's a wee ship going out. Well, it's not a wee ship, it's quite a big ship. And I'm panning round over Campbell College, and I'm panning on round to Stormont. And I have videoed this so many times. This is Shandon Park Golf Club down in here. And those are Orangefield pitches down there. Orangefield Park pitches. And I was pointing out the new builds going on, and they're encroaching closer to the top of the hill, and one day they'll reach it, and one day an access road will have to be, or access roads will have to be cut along this Middle Braniel Road. So there's Davis Mountain and the Black Mountain Trail, and then you're panning round to the Cave Hill, and an awful lot of history. Tied up with these. That's called Napoleon's nose because somebody decided that it looked like Napoleon lying down, and that was his nose. So I'll come on down and I'll go to the other end, and then I'll head back for home and a cup of tea. Yes, if you come out your back door of these houses here, and they're super houses, no question about it. If you come out your back door, you're going to be hit by an icy blast, and the reality is, folks, you know, these icy blasts are paint strippers. So you have to maintain your property. And you really need to repaint the whole outside of your house maybe once every 2 years. There's these old briars that I was telling you about sticking out. I haven't got my secateurs with me, unfortunately. And even normal branches will come out and smack you up the mouth if you're a cyclist, or even if you're walking the pram as we do. Quite a wee bit of frost there, still lying. As I say, the whole ground is absolutely saturated from just days and weeks of continual rain. Now, that's a lie. But for every 1 day of clear skies and sunshine like this, you get about 5 overcast, and then you get another 3 that are just continual rain. And it is depressing, I have to say. It is depressing. Never been up to the top here. You know, up to the top of that field because it's private, so you don't want to go there, but in my youth I wouldn't have cared less, you know. But I'm not in my youth anymore. I'm older and wiser and wearing an older man's clothes. Stormont, who have locked us down yet again. And that beside it is Stormont Castle, and it's government offices, so I can't get anywhere near it to video it. I'm deliberately not pointing the camera at anybody's houses here, because that would be intrusive. Yes, I was chatting with Greg from Iowa, and he remarked on, on the narrowness of the roads. There's wee Primula, isn't that nice? Yes, he remarked on the narrowness of the roads, and he said that they're like cycle tracks, and he was wondering how cars and vehicles passed. I thought this was quite funny. Those big black plastic shapes down there are grass, and it might be used for fodder, it might be used for bedding, I'm not quite sure, and it can stay inside those big plastic sheets wrapped up safe and sound, vacuum sealed. It can stay in there for up to 2 years. Not quite sure what that red thing is. Is that a boat? Don't know. Yes, it is. I'll see if I can identify that. There's its name. I can't see it on the video. I can't read it. Love Belfast Harbour. Always something happening. There's another big boat in down here. Where are you? Aye, there you are. Is that a Stena? Aye, it's the sea truck. It's a ferry. Quite a big vessel. And Belfast is a wonderful harbour, a wonderful safe harbour, because it is so sheltered, and there's so many channels. Just looking at the bird up there. Is that a buzzard? Can't get my camera on it. I think it is a buzzard. It's up there somewhere. My hands are getting cold. That has to be a buzzard. Where did he go? There he is. He's there somewhere. Yeah, there's an oil tanker. I meet him on these roads. You're scundered. You have to back up or go into people's driveways to get past. I was telling Greg about that. These hedges, the ones on the right hand side, and that barbed wire fence was flattened in the 12-foot snowdrifts that just cover this road, and that was 12 years ago or so. Absolutely, they were just pushed right down. They're sort of straightened up again. You can see where the fence is all higgledy-piggledy. And this is as far as I'm going to go. Hooty crew. Bad boy of the Crow family. Along with Mr. Magpie, I have to say. Yeah, there's Campbell College, where C.S. Lewis went. Prestigious boys' secondary school. My goodness, it's snippy, so it is. Oh. Davis once again. I'm going to head back. And unless there's something of huge interest, and if I can keep my feet walking on this slippy road, unless there's something of huge interest, I'll not be videoing anymore. Yeah, there's Cave Hill, and there's Black Mountain, and there's Divis, and then further on round there's White Mountain. So this is the lay of the land here this morning. It's about midday. This is the lay of the land, Greg. And again, I did this wee video especially for you because you asked for a wee bit of sunlight, and I says to myself, I'll do that for Greg.